Hi YouTube. I thought I'd give you a quick run through on how I'm getting on now that I've had a bullet journal for, what, 2.5 months now. This is Poppins. If you look, there is a unboxing video of when I received this absolutely glorious Traveller's Notebook cover. But I thought I would show you how I'm getting on. Forgive the fact I'm doing this one-handed, I still don't have a decent setup. So I have two inserts, which I'll get to in a moment. This is my current bullet journal, and it is full of stuff, and more stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the beginning of March and run you through how I got it all set up. So there you go, there's the March cover page. It was my first attempt at doing watercolours and I was very, very proud of it. Very colourful, very pretty, and I learned that it bleeds through if you do too much. This is my monthly setup. This is the one I tend to go to every single time. I did something a bit different for February. That was more of a, can't tell you because I can't find it. Ah, there you go. I did it more like this, where I had the calendar on one page and then I wrote everything down over here. But it felt awfully messy and I didn't really like it. So I decided to go back to what I'd done for January, which was this setup. Everything fits, it works really, really well. I've got room over here to make notes or doodle or whatever. I also got room on the what would be a box if I needed to. So that is my setup. Obviously it comes from my future log, which is at the front of the book, but that has changed, which is what these are for over here. I digress. Anyway, next I had my tracker. Now what I do is I use a different colour for each day. These pens are my Statler fine liners. I like these, they're nice, they're colourful. I'm thinking of getting the 50 pack, to be quite honest, because, you know, 20 colours are just not enough, So these are my daily to-dos, reminders and whatever else. These are the things that I tend to do once, maybe twice a week on there. Then I had a blank page, so I've just used this as a brain dump, notes, reminders, whatever. Then I did a gratitude page. And I've got to the point where I started using the same colour throughout different things. So the magenta up here, or these colours up here, I've used in here. So I think the last thing I wrote was gorgeous nails because I just had my nails done. So I try to use the colour that I'm tracking in the day on everything else. So it gets used here. There's my, it's a mood circle because I haven't mandalaed it yet. I started out originally doing morning, afternoon and evening. And yeah, it wasn't until after a while I realised my afternoons were going to run out. So yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to do that again and come up with a different theory. This month I'm just doing it as a day. These were the challenges that I decided to do in March, and I had loads of fun. I learned an awful lot. I haven't finished, and I'm really annoyed with myself, but basically what happened was my mechanical pencil, the lead ran out. Okay, this is my mechanical pencil, 0.3 millimetre. Great, lead ran out. And I thought, that's fine, I know these things come with spares. This thing didn't. So I have some on order, but it's Easter weekend, so there's going to be no post until Tuesday, and today is Sunday, 1st of April. So I've got to wait, and the only other pencil I've got is this, and it's far too thick and heavy for me because I'm still very new to sketching. So yeah, I've got an awful lot of drawing to do when this thing finally turns up and I can get on with it. So yeah, I got as far as Disco Stew. So I've got Kang and Kodos, Bumblebee Man, Comic Book Guy, Nelson, Jebediah Springfield, Groundskeeper Willie and Smithers for the rando doodles. Oodles of Doodles. I've got Car, The House from Up, Pooh Bear, Lumiere, a Dalmatian and Sully from Monsters Inc. to do. Oh so cute doodles, Waterfall, Treble Clef, a thermometer, traffic lights, a plug and a walnut. And some of those I could probably do without the pencil, but I'm not 100% confident. This was Artsy Doodles, which is that one. And I've got, I did a rainbow. I've got a forest elf, a dragon, a mermaid and Pegasus to do. Oh my goody. Anyway, after that I went into my weeklies. I like to be able to see everything in one go. So dailies don't work for me because it's too much flipping about. What I started doing, as you can see here, is the sunrise and sunset and the predicted weather. I would then record the actual weather as I went through. This was the week we had snow here in the UK, and the whole UK shut down with, you know, a whole 2 inches of snow because we're pathetic. I also recorded my steps, my miles and my sleep pattern. What I would then do is I would write down my appointments for the specific day, and then when I finished that I would draw a line or whatever and then journal. That was how I did it for the next couple of weeks. As I do the appointments, I just colour them in. Everything is colour coded. Red is for my dog. Green is my mother. That is actually quite a murky sort of greeny colour. That's for my father-in-law. Brown is for Fitbit. That colour is for my youngest son. Purple is me. Magenta is anything to do with money, so that my credit card comes out. Orange is to do with my eldest boy. He does archery and he had a competition that weekend, so we were very, very busy. I bought new shoes. Somebody sent me stickers. It was great. Yeah. So I kept all that, and then I changed my weekly, and this was, again, you know, I'm quite inspired by Boho Berry, and I changed over to this layout and I quite liked it. I stopped recording the weather 3 times a day. It was getting beyond a joke. So I just moved to doing it like that. Sunrise and sunset is like that. Again, I just kept going with what I was doing. Any weekly tasks were going over here. It wasn't really until I got to about this week that I thought I could colour code my days as well. If I don't do a task on the Monday, I don't move it forward like this, where it says Stacey email. I don't move it forward until I'm into the next week, because I can still see it, and I don't see the point of writing it out each and every single day. That to me is stupid and pointless. So I then came up with the idea that my tracking colour back here could be incorporated into my completed tasks colour. Yeah, does that make sense? So, like on the Monday here, I returned some clothes, and that was done on this day, because it's the same colour, so it's done on the 23rd. See, I didn't do it on the 19th, I did it on the 23rd, which was, you know, the Friday. So, you know, and that's when I came up with this idea that I could colour code all of this as well. I also had an order of lovely skinny whooshies come in from Amazon. So I changed a few things up. This is the morning weather and the nighttime weather on this page anyway. Awake, asleep, steps and miles are all down here now. And this was last week's. I was going to start journaling in colour, but quite frankly that is hard on my eyes and I don't like it. That is my Planner Girl paperclip that Michelle from Ugly Bugs sent me, and I didn't include it in my opening of pop-ins because I didn't actually find it until afterwards when I actually looked in the envelope. Yay me, I'm an idiot. This week I forgot to write the days in, so it's not very easy to see on camera, but sitting here looking at it, it is. I can see it. And I went along more with my colour coding theme. So sunrise and sunset, morning and nighttime weather, steps, miles, asleep and awake is all done in that day's colour. So on the 26th of March, if I go to my tracker, I would if I'd actually thought to page mark the stupid thing. So orange for the 26th, and it's the same here. And it's also the same on my gratitude page. So, you know, if I think, oh, well, what was it? All I've got to look for is orange. Because that's what it was. That day it was a hot bath. Because I walked an awful lot that day. As you can see, I did over 11 miles. And I came home and mowed the bloody lawn. And then I took my son for his jabs at 3:30. So I had a really, really busy day. I was out all day long walking and I was cream crackered. He was very brave. He got stickers. And I tell you what, if you work in medicine, stickers are your friend. Because he cried until she said, you may now choose a sticker. And then he was well pleased. These little flags, these remind me of TV shows that I have to watch. It will stay there until it's The Flash and DC Legends and Arrow. Supergirl's on the next week. Basically, it will stay here until I watch it. And then when I watch this episode, it gets moved to the following week. I will then tick it off. I've got a tracker in here for TV shows somewhere or other. It's way back there somewhere. And then I will mark off when I've watched that episode. So that is how I'm doing now. This is today. It's Easter. Happy Easter. I have not really done much in here. I've got to print some pictures. So yeah, I haven't done much. So after that, I put my lettering challenges. I kept up with them. I was quite pleased with them. I'm getting better and better at bounce lettering. It's still hard, but I'm starting to discover that if I don't think about it, it actually works. So there we go. This is my April cover page, which I was so pleased of. That is all watercolour. Yay me. Really, really happy with that. My April month, when my pencil leads get here, I'm going to doodle all up in here as well. I'm sort of thinking some rainbows, some clouds for April showers. Might even, try and add some little raindrops or something, or just some colour down here. I'm starting the penny a day challenge. I don't know if you know about this. You start off on day 1, you save a penny. On day 2, you add 2 pence to your penny. On day 3, you add 3 pence to your penny. On day 4, you add 4 pence, and so on and so forth. And by the end of April, I should have, I think it's about £4.65. And I'm going to keep going with this as long as I can afford to do it, just because I'm interested to see whether I can do it. I'm also going to try 100 days of no spend, which is really hard because I want to buy things. And I'm going back on my keto diet because I've put on some weight. So yeah. Everything gets colour coded in here. As you can see, magenta, that is all my bills. I'm going away at the end of the month. I have physio at the end of this month as well. So I'm going to be exhausted for that, which is great. My son's going back to school on that day. So, you know, it's all colour coded. So I know who is who, what is what. Westworld TV series is starting at the end of the month. Really looking forward to that. So that is that. Then I slightly changed my trackers. This is inspired by Amanda over at Eclectic Scribbles. I just loved the way she set it out over 2 pages. You can get so much more on there. This is my personal stuff. This is the stuff that I need to do around the house every day, like clean the loose seat, tidy my lounge, clean my kitchen. These are my challenges. As you can see by the whiteout, I've changed my mind a couple of times as to what I'm going to do. But that should now stick because I've actually printed up my prompts These are the things that I do once a week, twice a week, or 3 times a week. As my son goes to preschool 3 days a week, so, you know, I need to make his lunchbox up 3 specific days. I like to vacuum at least a couple of times a week. I go down and clean my mum's house a couple of times a week, so on and so forth. But yeah, I mark them off in there. The first column stands for, obviously, week 1. Now, I don't count, like, today is a Sunday, my week runs Monday to Sunday, so this does not count. This counts in the last tracker, and that day won't count either as a separate week. As I fill in these colours through here, I feed my snakes on a Thursday, so that colour square will be the same colour as Thursday is on all of these trackers. I hope that makes sense. Because I change my colour every single day. So that's today's Sunday, and I go through the thing. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So Thursday will be that green colour that I showed you earlier. So when I feed my snakes, I will fill that colour in, that square in with this colour if I remember to feed them on Thursday. And you know, on Thursdays this will all be in this colour too. And on my weekly page, the Thursday in here will be the weather, sunrise, sunset, and these things will also be filled in with that green colour. This is next week's layout. I've already moved my stuff over in here so that I know what's going on. Supergirl is on Mondays. Like I said, I've watched that episode, so that got moved to there. My little boy's on Easter holidays now. That's a Fitbit challenge that I've got going on. If you're interested in Fitbit challenges, we run them on Facebook. I'm captain of a team. I need members, so, you know, leave me a message, drop me a message, whatever. Especially if you're interested in having a go, it's a bit of fun, whatever. Dog's got to go for a bath tomorrow down at the groomers, so on and so forth. I leave enough pages for the rest of the month's weekly pages in here. You can see I write in pencil. This is what they're going to be, because I don't take up more than a week. Okay. And then at the end of that, this is my mood butterfly. I thought I'd go with something a bit different. The prompts I also stole from Electric Scribbles. Thanks, Amanda. And I will colour in, each segment is numbered, as you can see, so I will colour in as I go, and hopefully by the end of it I'll have a nice little pretty butterfly. I didn't think until afterwards, actually, it might look better if I just done lots of little butterflies, but hell, you know, I think next month I might do flowers. I don't know. This is my gratitude page. Today's gratitude, see, written in black. Tomorrow it'll be written in grey, because grey is tomorrow's colour, today is black's colour. Today I'm grateful for my pen pals. I had a stack of mail like you would not believe to get through, and I've actually sat today and written out, yeah, there you go, all of those, and I've still got one more to answer, but I'll answer that one tomorrow, and that's from the lovely lady that made my Traveller's Notebook cover. I will fill that up as I go. Then I get into my challenges. I am doing this month Oh So Cute Doodles, oodles of doodles, doodle with us April. Then I'm doing lettering challenges. I am doing llamas lettering every damn day, the HLC Happy Lettering Challenge, and improve your handwriting. Last month I did rock your handwriting, where you sort of write like a paragraph out, and I got a bit fed up and bored with it, so I didn't bother to do any more. That is it. That is my setup pretty much for this month. I'm going to fall a little bit behind because I am waiting for that pencil. I've even asked my daughter, have you got a spare pencil? And she doesn't, so she's useless. So yeah, that's it. That's how I've got it planned out for the moment. And that was last month as well. This will get moved on to this week once I've journaled for today. I'm trying to incorporate these little doodles, you know, for things, because I just think that, you know, it'll draw my attention to it. Like I mowed the lawn, that's the first time I mowed the lawn this year. Won't be the last. So yeah, is there anything you would like to know? Is there anything you want to say? Is it crap? Whatever. Oh yeah, so that's that. I am now on page, let's see, when I finish this, I'm going to be breaking over 140 because I've got to work out how I'm going to do my letterings for this, and it's not all going to fit on here, so I'm literally going to end up using at least another double page, which is taking me up to, oh, focus, well, that's not focusing, but it says 139. So, and I've only been in this since halfway through January. So when this is finished, I am going to make some notebooks. I have a dot grid print up that was very kindly sent to me, and I'm going to make a notebook up for each month. This is a one-of-a-kind art cover done by my son at Playgroup and brought home for me. It was done on thin paper, so I just printed some dot grid and I stuck it to it, which has given it a lot more strength. Now, this is going to be my ongoing log. Instead of copying a future log into every booklet that I have, such as what is in here, because that's how everybody seems to start out, isn't it? We all start out with a future log, like so. I decided I would make a separate book. This is my future log. Now, when I get to the end of each month, I copy my appointments over. There you go, I've done March's already. All the important appointments. I don't bother so much with the Fitbit challenges. I don't worry about those, and I don't worry about making any notes or anything because they are in here. Just appointments. So when somebody says to me, well, you know, when did your mum last have a blood test, I can look it up because it's in here and it's at a glance. I've got 6 months worth there. Sorry about the focus. 6 months worth there. And then I've got my year in pixels. I've actually written in my Loitrum that I've transferred to my future log. I may go back and fill this out from my Loitrum. I'm doing 2 squares a day when I get up sometime in the evening. Today I'm having a lethargic, lazy, low, tired, can't be naffed day. And then after that I've got the next 6 months. No, sorry, that's a lie. My hands are dry. The next 6 months. And then after that I've got next year. Okay. And I am literally going to keep on doing that all the way through this booklet. I've got to draw the pixels in there. So I will have several years worth in here because I like to be able to refer. This one is just a notebook for ideas. How many sheets we'll make, how many double spreads will so many sheets make, things that I need to track, so on and so forth. And ideas for future booklets, inserts, whatever you want to bloody call them. I might do a tarot one, and I'm going to add a knitting project one so that I can add in the pattern that I'm currently knitting and any notes about it, maybe some photos and all that lot. It will make this less bulky because I won't be carrying a blooming grey book like that around, but I will be carrying a couple of books like these instead. So I hope that makes sense. I don't really know how else to sort of describe it. This will stay in here permanently, or until I finish it. But I've got enough room in here until about 2020, I think. No, it was 2024 or something stupid like that. I may well get bored of it by that point. I don't know. I do have from my little one a nice big masterpiece that I can cut down to make 2 more covers, which is fab. And where it's painted, it's been done on slightly thicker paper. So that's going to make me a couple more notebooks. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. So yeah, I hope that all makes sense, and I hope I've remembered to put everything in here. If there is anything you want to know, feel free to leave me a comment. you know, please do give me a thumbs up. I'm very new to all of this. I am on the journey that everybody else seems to have discovered bloody ages ago. Why didn't you tell me about this? So yeah, let me know whether there's something you think I should be doing, if there's anything that you think is pointless, useless, a waste of time, brilliant, inspirational, genius. You know, I'll take flatteries as well as criticism. I don't care. I'm not proud. Yeah, so tell me what you think. Let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave me a comment. Get in touch. Anything I can help you with, please feel free to ask. Don't be shy. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe as well. Take it easy and happy Easter.